Man, in my opinion, something really interesting is happening with the Los Angeles Rams right now. You know those moments when several different stories are unfolding at the same time, but somehow they all seem connected? That's exactly the feeling I get. There are conversations that refuse to die down, players gaining more respect every day, young talents trying to earn bigger roles, and a name that simply won't leave the minds of Rams fans. Every time you think the story is finally over, something new happens and gets everyone talking again. And honestly, I don't think this is just another quiet off-season. I think the next few weeks could shape the future of this team in ways that many people are still underestimating. I'm going to tell you everything that's happening, but before we continue, make sure you've already hit the like button hard. But only do that if you've been a Los Angeles Rams fan for more than 20 years. It's always amazing to see Rams fans from all generations here. And if that's you, write in the comments what year you've been a Rams fan since, and either way, write something like, "Go Rams. My heart bleeds blue, white, and yellow." Let's move on to today's updates because there's a lot to talk about. I'll talk about Aaron Donald in a moment. Hold your excitement. I want to start by talking about an area of the team that could become one of the Rams' greatest assets this season, the running back group. Kyren Williams remains firmly established as the starting running back. He earned that position through his production and consistency. However, Blake Corum has made tremendous progress and is becoming impossible to ignore. After a relatively quiet debut season in 2024, Corum's sophomore year showed tremendous development. His workload more than doubled, jumping from 58 to 145 carries. His production also increased dramatically, going from 207 rushing yards to an impressive 746 yards. These numbers alone demonstrate the enormous confidence the coaching staff placed in him throughout the season. Now entering its third year, expectations are becoming even higher. One person who certainly believes Corum is ready to take another leap is former Rams star Todd Gurley. After watching one of Corum's recent preseason training videos, Gurley left a simple yet impactful comment. "This season is going to be terrifying." Coming from one of the greatest running backs in Rams history, this is a statement that naturally grabs everyone's attention. Corum's preseason training has been extremely impressive. His balance, speed, agility, and ability to change direction continue to stand out. These have always been some of his greatest qualities and perfectly complement what Kyren Williams already brings to the attack. Instead of competing against each other, Williams and Corum seem capable of forming one of the most dangerous duos in the league. Williams offers toughness, court vision, and reliability, while Corum contributes explosiveness and exceptional efficiency. In fact, Corum averaged an impressive 5.1 yards per carry last season. If Sean McVay decides to increase his workload again, reaching the 1,000-yard mark becomes a very realistic possibility. This optimism isn't limited to Rams fans. Sports Illustrated recently ranked Kyren Williams and Blake Corum as the best running back duo for this NFL season. That's significant praise considering the number of talented running backs in the league. If both players stay healthy, Los Angeles could have one of the most productive running attacks in American football. But although Williams and Corum appear to have their places secured, the battle between them is becoming one of the most fascinating competitions on the eve of the start of the training period. For the first time in 9 years, the Rams did not select a running back in this draft. At first glance, this seemed like positive news for Jarquez Hunter, who is in his second year in the league. However, the situation is not that simple. Ronnie Rivers remains a key player after returning to the team, and his experience may give him an advantage right now. With the training period approaching, the projected lineup appears to be as follows: Kyren Williams as the main starter. Blake Corum shares an important role right behind him. Next comes perhaps the group's biggest competition, with Ronnie Rivers and Jarquez Hunter vying for valuable opportunities. Jordan Waters and Dean Connors are also expected to compete during the training camp period, but as undrafted players, they face an uphill battle to earn a spot on the roster. History also provides an important clue here. Last season, the Rams had only 3 running backs on their original 53-man roster before Rivers' return. This suggests that roster decisions this summer could become extremely competitive again. Unfortunately for Hunter, being a 4th-round draft pick doesn't automatically guarantee anything. If he wants to earn a permanent spot on the roster, he needs to show consistent improvement during the training camp. Ronnie Rivers currently offers something that the coaching staff clearly values: special teams. This is an area that many fans sometimes overlook when discussing squad decisions, but coaches certainly don't. Last season, Rivers finished 3rd on the Rams in kickoff returns, behind Xavier Smith and Jordan Whittington. Blake Corum also contributed kickoff returns, but Rivers averaged an impressive 25.9 yards per return. He also played a key role on the punt team, finishing among the team leaders in special team snaps at the running back position. These contributions are extremely important when coaches decide who earns the final roster spots. For Hunter, the message seems very clear. If he wants to become the 3rd running back, he can't rely solely on his ability to run with the ball. He needs to prove that he can also contribute to the special teams. This part is non-negotiable. The challenge becomes even greater because Williams and Corum are expected to receive the vast majority of offensive races, provided both remain healthy. Still, Hunter possesses a quality that immediately sets him apart from all the other running backs currently on the Rams roster: pure speed. Hunter ran the 40 yards in 4.44 seconds. During his time at Auburn, he consistently demonstrated the ability to make big plays whenever he found open space, averaging an impressive 6.4 yards per carry. This type of speed on long plays is something the Rams' running game doesn't have in abundance. Williams stands out for his vision, stamina, and balance. Corum stands out for its agility, explosiveness, and efficiency. Hunter offers a legitimate starting speed. The biggest unknown is whether this athletic ability can also be used on special teams. If he proves valuable in that area, his chances of earning a spot on the roster increase dramatically. Otherwise, his path becomes much more difficult. This makes Jarquez Hunter one of the biggest mysteries to arrive at the Rams training camp. Can he become a well-rounded player who contributes in all phases of the game, or will experience ultimately give Ronnie Rivers the advantage once again? These are questions that will begin to receive answers very soon. Now, let's talk about him. Aaron Donald is back in the spotlight. It's getting harder and harder to ignore everything that's happening around him. In recent weeks, Donald has continued to fuel speculation in ways that naturally generate a lot of conversation among fans. It all started when he reacted with a fire emoji to a social media post suggesting one more year. That alone generated excitement in the Rams community. Then, another moment occurred that only increased the speculation. Donald left an eye emoji on an image that imagined him winning another Super Bowl alongside Myles Garrett. Again, there was no statement, announcement, or promise. But these small interactions kept hope alive among Rams fans everywhere. To further raise awareness of the situation, Donald recently participated in the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge to help educate about the disease. During the challenge, he nominated Myles Garrett, Kobe Turner, and Puka Nacua. Again, none of this confirms a return. Still, many fans saw it as another subtle reminder of his connection to the Rams organization and several current players. One of the main reasons people continue to believe a comeback is at least possible is Donald's physical condition. Retirement certainly hasn't slowed him down. He continues to follow the same demanding training routines that made him one of the most dominant defensive players in NFL history. Jared Verse even described training with Donald as one of the toughest experiences of his life, showing how seriously Donald continues to prepare his body even after stepping away from football. Former Rams offensive lineman Andrew Whitworth also recently shared his thoughts on the rumors. Whitworth explained that talent was never the issue. No one doubts that Aaron Donald can still compete at a high level. According to Whitworth, the real question is whether Donald is willing to accept the physical risks that naturally accompany a return to the NFL. Donald has spent his entire career avoiding serious injuries through incredible preparation and discipline. If he ever considers a return, many believe it would only happen because he truly believes he can still make a big impact on the field. So far, nothing has been officially announced. The Rams haven't confirmed anything. Donald himself hasn't confirmed anything either. But the constant interactions on social media, his incredible physical condition, and the ongoing conversations with people close to the organization have made this one of the biggest topics surrounding Los Angeles this preseason. Analyzing everything that happens around this American football team, it's hard not to get excited. There's the mystery surrounding Aaron Donald, whose every interaction on social media fuels the fans' hopes, even without any official announcement. There's Blake Corum, whose rapid development has earned him praise from Todd Gurley and created real expectations for an even better season. There's Kyren Williams, who continues to lead the running game and forms what many believe to be the best running back duo in the NFL. And there's the fascinating competition between Ronnie Rivers and Jarquez Hunter, where every practice could determine who wins one of the last spots on the roster. Preseason is almost here, and these stories are only going to get more interesting. Some questions will finally be answered. Others may become even bigger than they are today. Now, I want to know the opinion of all the Rams fans watching. First, do you believe Aaron Donald will actually return to the Rams once again? Or do you think these moments on social media are just fans over-interpreting small interactions? And second, who do you think should win the important third running back spot behind Kyren Williams and Blake Corum? Is Ronnie Rivers' value on special teams enough to keep him ahead, or do you believe Jarquez Hunter's speed gives him greater potential? Share your opinions in the comments, because I really want to know what the Rams Nation is thinking. And if you enjoyed today's update, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Rams!